So today we are going to do some homemade frozen pizzas. I just got these at the Dollar Tree. They of course were $1 each. And so these are actually what they're going to be on once they are frozen and stored in the freezer wrapped up. And I will show you that at the end. But first, we are going to make our pizza dough. And I am using the recipe actually from Big Family Homestead, and I will link a link in the description box below to their recipe. I don't really want to show it or share it on my channel because it is theirs, and Brad and Krista changed our lives when they shared this recipe on their channel. So make sure you go over and visit their channel to watch that. They also have other great bread recipes that we use as well. So I am going to start by adding all of my ingredients, and I cheat a little bit, and instead of using my hands when I make this, I mostly just use my dough hook on my KitchenAid mixer. Okay, so now that the dough is kneaded and everything is mixed together good, we are going to cover it and we are going to let it rise for about 45 minutes. Okay, so now that it has finished rising, what I'm going to do is I am going to knead it a little bit, and then I'm going to split it into 2 pieces. This technically should make 4 thin crust pizzas. However, I'm going to make 2 very large pizzas instead. So now I have kneaded the dough and I have split it into 2 pieces, and I put it on a piece of parchment paper, and I'm going to cover them again for just 30 minutes to let them rise just a little bit more, and then I will show you what to do next. Okay, so what we are going to do next is we are going to roll the dough out into the size of pizza that you want. Okay, so I am going to bake these at 425 for about 5 minutes or so. And this is called par baking. It's where you bake it just enough for it to hold its shape, but we still want it to be partially raw. So this is the par baked crust. As you can tell, it's still, when I touch it, it's still a little bit doughy in the middle, I can tell, but it is done rising So it's just basically halfway cooked. So I'm gonna let these cool completely, and then I'm going to top them. Once they're completely cooled and room temperature, I'm going to top them, and I'll show you how to do that and how to wrap them for the freezer. Okay, so these are all done. I made one with just a few different toppings and then one that's just pepperoni. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some plastic wrap and I'm going to fold it over. And then I'm also going to do a layer of plastic wrap that folds this way. And I'll show you in just a second after I do that what it looks like when it's all wrapped up. As you can see, they are all wrapped up nice and airtight with the plastic wrap, and so I will just keep them in the freezer and eat them within the next month or two on one of those nights when we just need something to pull out quick for dinner. When you are ready to use them, you can bake them at about 425 for 15 or so minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and to the doneness that you like. So there you go. That is how you can make your own frozen pizzas without all of the random junky stuff listed on the labels of the ones in the grocery store.